Koh Young are the world leaders in SPI inspection and produce advanced AOI systems for PC assembly. They're expanding their capabilities in the advanced packaging field, and we'll be talking to Joel Scutchfield about what we can expect at APEX in March, right after this.
Welcome to Tech Talk with Trevor Galbraith, a video podcast that features industry leaders and experts from the electronics manufacturing community. Recorded at major events around the world and from the studios of Global SMT TV. Now here is your host, Trevor Galbraith.
And welcome, Joel. Nice to see you today.
You as well, Trevor. Thank you for having me. As always, always great to talk with you. Here we are again.
I know, absolutely. And we're just about 4 weeks out from APEX. So, and I think that's really going to be the theme of what we're going to talk about here today. Because obviously APEX is a place where everybody brings out their new toys. And I'm sure Koh Young will have a suite of new things for us to look at. So tell us roughly what we can expect from you this year.
Sure. Happy to do that. And yes, if it's Koh Young, there will be something new, right? That's kind of how we roll, as they say. And again, we do have a nice offering of upgraded features, in particular to some of our existing systems, software upgrades to both the on the GUI side for the machine specific, basically capability with regards to what we're able to do from an inspection perspective, and then certainly with the K-Smart suite and how we tie everything together. So I guess I can start there, right? The K-Smart suite is it's always a focal point of the booth, and will be once again, and we'll have a nice large display, so plenty of room to gather around, big groups, and we'll be showing our latest version, which is the 2.3.4 version, which will have some very nice enhancements. Again, when we talk about maintenance predictability and these types of things, now kind of taking things to the next level beyond data analysis. So certainly we'll want to spend some time there. I tell our team, nobody leaves the booth without getting a quick glimpse of K-Smart, and that's typically how we try to. It's that important. It really is, in terms of a differentiator and being a solutions-based company. It's the driver. It really. It really is the kind of the glue at the end of the day that brings it all together, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the thing is that everybody's looking at inspection and how it's going to develop with AI this year. Because it's got to go beyond data access and just improving automation and things like that, but also into other areas. Is it going to become a predictive analysis tool? Is it going to be used for other areas that help to optimize the process? Maybe you can speak a bit to that.
For sure. It's because you're right. It's going to be all of the above to some degree, and we'll have some of that on display as well with the latest version of what we call Smart Review, which is our review software for post inspection review by the operator. We are applying AI now to automate that to a much greater degree than previously, where we can use AI algorithms to basically help sort, if you will, OCR, OCV anomalies, as well as pad overhang anomalies for component position, and use the judgments that the operator is using to classify as good, no good. Again, the whole concept here is to eliminate false fails, to automatically adjust, if you will, what they're seeing, and basically supplement what they're doing to the point where we will be able to again sort, classify, and okay, this is really okay. Great. We're going to adjust the tolerances on the machine so it's not calling it a false call as we go forward. It's a little further down the road, but that's basically the concept. And so that's one example. KAP is another. Koh Young Auto Programming, where now we've basically revised the data structure in the background, and we can use a higher level of AI involvement for achieving a much higher match rate, basically much more accurate match rate in terms of package dimensions and inspection conditions, et cetera, et cetera. We'll be showing the latest version of our next generation GUI software. which we call RTOS, which will actually apply to all of our platforms. We're very excited about this. When we talk about reducing the need for human intervention, making things more intuitive, it really plays a big role in all of that by streamlining the need for an operator or anybody interfacing the machine to know differences between machines. We take the differences
Right.
away, right? It's a common interface.
Hmm.
Again, a new revised data structure,
Right.
so much cleaner, and giving us the ability as we move into this Semicon OSAT world
Hmm.
to handle a much larger pad and
Okay.
and part count, right?
All right.
So
So
again,
just
very very excited to show that as well.
right. So, I mean, just before we go into the advanced packaging side in that area, I mean, just to recap on some of these things, the smart review station, of course, is one where the production manager can see a number of lines at one time, and monitor the activity from the inspection systems. And one of the things
So
that you've done there is you've expanded the number of lines that you can actually work with.
we have, Trevor, and that's actually our what we call a remote monitoring station, right? So
Mm,
it's a little bit different. It's a different tool, I should say,
mhm.
but it is specifically designed to be able to see multiple system, multiple machines, multiple lines worth of data in a single data point. Very similar to what you were correct in the fact that it is basically review based that they're looking at, right? They want to
Yeah.
basically see real time what that call looked like.
Mhm.
But the latest version now, the KRMS is designed to basically streamline the ability to use the tool, where we're now eliminating the Internet Explorer piece
Mhm.
and allowing you to access from a single PC on the floor. 40, 50 systems at one time if you so desire. So that again will be something
Wow.
that we'll be showing. And then, beyond that, it's the enhancements to the Neptune, right? Dispense process inspection for
Mhm.
conformal coating and underfill, where now we're adding ongoing inspection features and capabilities and the ability to do more, 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 check more, 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 and provide feedback and data on more, 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 right? Through
So
hole, the
yeah,
same way, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So on
big,
the
big
conformal,
topic, back end.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
go ahead. I'm
on these
sorry.
conformal coding systems, I mean, what other features are you adding to it? Because you can already measure the depth of the coatings on the board at any particular area. Um,
Sure.
is what other enhancements can you make to that? I mean, are you looking at edge definition? Are you looking at uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
corners
A lot of,
corners on the devices, because it's
yeah, a
difficult to
lot of
get
the
coating on some of these
sure.
sharp corners.
Yeah, a lot of the 2D anomalies, Trevor,
Mm,
like you just noted. Edge definition, bubbles, orange peel, any anomalies that would have to do with material separation, et cetera. Now we can double check that obviously with thickness measurement, but we're adding those types of features, adding program capabilities or programming capabilities, I should
yeah.
say, like basic copy paste features and the ability to again kind of streamline the process of creating programs. And then
Hmm.
certainly we continue to improve the measurement capabilities beyond just board surface, looking at coding on the lead itself, on the component itself, and going beyond the original concept of components needing a metallic layer as a reference point. So
Right.
driving toward expanding the overall, again, making it less restrictive,
Hmm.
more intuitive, and less need for operator intervention, right? Which
Intervention.
is
Exactly.
what it's
Exactly.
all about, all about these days, right?
So
We don't
so
like
let's
people
think.
anymore. I don't know what's that all
I
about.
know, I know. This is a well. I was going to
Actually,
say
we
that
love people.
actually. Yeah, I know. But all this automation is obviously making it less and less need for operator intervention, and
Yeah,
that, of course,
right.
enhances quality as well. Because once you
It
set these
does.
machines up correctly, they don't make mistakes. Uh,
That's the idea, and
mm,
if we're gonna benefit from these
mm,
policy changes that we're seeing
Yeah.
floating around, and we are in fact going to accelerate the nearshoring, if you will. We're going to need more automation. We know
Yeah.
that. So we're trying to stay ahead of the curve there. So, those are really the highlights. Again, through-hole is a big area of interest right now on the back end. So we'll be showing our capabilities for that using our internal board flipper or inverter, where we
Yeah.
can inspect top side surface mount, flip it, bottom side through hole, or vice versa. Some combination of both, but in a single machine load. So we'll have that. At the ready, and then our auto rework, where for underprinted boards at the print process, we can identify, add paste, and then re-inspect again in a single machine load. So, and again, all the latest and greatest that comes with
Yeah.
that. KPO we haven't even talked about yet, but certainly the latest and greatest for the process optimizer for the printer and the mounter. Where again we're basically self-healing, right? We're providing that automatic operator less intervention or need for making those
Yeah.
automatic adjustments, et
Yeah.
cetera. So
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty closed loop kind of operation now,
very
I would
much so.
imagine. Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very, very much so. Yeah,
Yeah.
very much
Yeah.
so. And on the printer side, we've really come a long way at this point, and to the point where we have now this fully functional capability for very accurate adjustment of speed, pressure, release. It's been a lot of years in the machine learning cycle, if you will, right? And
Right.
so, but we're very happy about where we're at with that, and we'll see that expand significantly. And Mounter is now, I would say probably where Printer was a couple of years ago, where we're really now having engagement with a couple of the primary placement providers out there
Really.
to provide that automatic feedback, automatic correction, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll be hearing a lot more about that as we
Yeah,
go
it's
forward. I think
interesting. I
that's
mean,
kind of the next big thing on that front.
right, yeah, because there's already some inspection companies that are getting inside the mounter to look for counterfeits and this type of thing.
Right.
It's another area of inspection, of course, but I mean,
It is, yeah. It's
you know,
another element that will add to the mix, right?
yeah,
It's becoming, something that we have to address, right? It's
yeah,
something that's real and will continue to be. So, yeah, I think the whole evolution and as we have these conversations going forward, I think it'll shift from the printer to the mounter, Trevor, as we continue to move forward.
right. But obviously, to make that happen, you're going to need either to have inspection inside the mounter, or people are going to have to invest in a post placement mounter inspection system, which they've always been pretty resistant to do up till now.
Yeah, it is. It is the best place to gather
Yeah,
that information, right? I think without a doubt, we know that once the board goes through the oven, other things happen, right?
yeah,
So we want a feedback from a pre-reflow environment, and that's how the tool has been designed. But again, nozzle, spindle, feeder. All placement anomalies, XY positional, et cetera, et cetera. And then, certainly as we go forward, I think looking more and more at the integrity of the component itself, as you
right.
said, and ways to check that, feed it back, which is really what our position in this is. We're a sensor, right? We're gonna detect and then feedback, and then the mounter makes the adjustment to either
Yeah.
skip or what have you on the
Okay.
on the placement side. So
Okay.
yeah, it's an exciting front as well. And
Uh-huh.
as I said, I think that's kind of the next big topic of discussion beyond just again tying everything together in a more autonomous fashion.
Yeah.
Then that's the next stage where we shift now AI. It's kind of like the what you see and hear every day on TV, where
Mm.
now you have commercials for consumer products, for retail chains,
Yeah.
for all kinds of different companies that are simply applying AI to become more efficient
Yeah.
and more profitable. And so, we have to kind of think that way in our space as well. It's not just about machine to machine. It's
Right.
it's about, kind of a holistic approach within the manufacturing environment. So
Right.
again,
Okay.
more discussion soon.
Yeah. So, I mean, talking about the whole manufacturing environment, obviously, another big chunk of that is moving down into the advanced packaging sector, where there's lots and lots of things happening. There's obviously, more miniaturization. We're going into chiplet technologies, heterogeneous materials, new materials coming in that we've never used or heard of before in some cases. What are the challenges you're facing there, and what sort of machines are you developing to fit that space?
So yes, it is. It's a different space for sure, isn't it? As we've discussed, Trevor, and all of us on the SMT side that have traditionally worked in the SMT world are now challenged as we approach this new space to take on that list of additional technologies and
Mm,
challenges and everything that comes with that. It's everything. It's different people. It's different terminology. It's different materials. It's different
yeah.
processes. Everything is different. Now, fortunately, as we talked about with our Meister series, we actually have a very healthy install base out there,
Hmm.
somewhere upwards of 500 systems globally, with some of
Wow.
the largest players on that OSAT side
Hmm.
in the world, where we're inspecting package level outside of the EFEM environment, outside of the closed, where we're bringing in a FOUP and loading an actual wafer, hands free, all of this in a class 10 clean room environment.
Yeah.
The Meister is not that. It's really more of an AOI machine or an SPI
Mm.
machine, and we've been able to adapt that with the 25 megapixel, 3.5 micron technology to be able to inspect balls, bumps, shiny die, reflective for micro cracks and chip cracks and all of those things up till now. So
Hmm.
so going forward, now we take basically that technology, we move that into the ZenStar, which you saw kind of a mock-up
Yes.
of at
Yeah.
Semi West, and
Yeah.
and and that now applies that same capability in that closed environment where we have the EFEM, we have the FOUP handling capability, completely hands off, class 10. And that's basically wafer level ball bump down into the 40, 45, 50 micron range in
Hmm.
terms of feature size. Beyond that, to go sub 30 micro bump and down, which we know the
The industry's going
industry
there.
is moving
Yeah.
toward quickly, if it's not already there in
Yeah.
certain some cases. The Zeta system is right behind that, and that will be the tool, roughly 1.9 optical, going down to 1 micron optical, and capabilities of looking at feature sizes, in the 20, 15, micron range, and it's below that for 2D, right? For presence and absence, or with 2D, but for
Right.
presence and absence. So again, it's moving fast. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
I'm even surprised by how quickly we've been able to move that initiative. Dr. Koh is very much behind this, and he sees the future, if you will, as he has so many times. And so we're accelerating that process. And we've brought on here in the U.S. Um, a separate group sales channel
Hmm.
for that effort that specializes in that area, NTV USA,
Yeah.
and we're very excited to work with them. And they're gonna already, they're bringing us opportunities that we're not quite ready to handle, but when the Zeta is available, we certainly will.
Excellent.
So
Excellent. So you're going to have some of
exciting
these,
times.
yeah, will you have some of these NTV people at Apex or, uh,
We may.
mm,
We're having
mm,
conversations right now. Again, it's
mhm.
not really the world that we want them in. We have
No, no.
SMT channel sales representation, and we will certainly have the Meister at the show,
Hmm.
and we'll be showing all that I just referred to in terms of Shiny and the Artos software and micro
Yeah.
cracks and
Yeah.
chips and all that good stuff
Mm,
for the back end.
mhm.
Um, And we very well may.
Yeah, I
Actually,
mean
Dr.
there
Koh
are
asked me about that already too.
yeah there are existing existing tier ones and certainly some even tier twos that are
Oh, for sure.
putting
Yeah,
clean rooms into their factories now, so it's
you,
becoming
you're absolutely
more
right.
common.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There will be some crossover. Yeah, no
yeah,
doubt about it. And those are the places that we've had some success so far. But again, with this next system, next ZenStar Zeta, we're going to have to hand that off to a different group. And you're absolutely right. We
yeah,
have existing customers that will fall into that category. So
yeah.
we'll
Well, right. Well, I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to seeing all this technology on display at Apex. I think it's going to be a
we're
great
looking forward
show.
to showing it.
Just remind everybody what's the booth number for Koh Young at the show.
Booth number is 2130.
Hmm.
And the show runs from the 18th through the 20th, right?
Yep.
Tuesday through Thursday. And,
Yep.
we're looking for a great turnout again. We'll have our normal, very large booth with 10, 11 systems and all the software kiosks and ready to handle hopefully the large number of visitors that we'll have this year. That's
Wonderful.
certainly what we're looking for. And,
Well, I think it's going to be
yeah,
a
it's just
special
amazing.
year.
Here we
Yeah.
are again.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a special year with all the initiatives that are taking place at the moment. So
Something's going to happen,
it's
right?
going to be a busy show.
Something's going to happen.
That's for sure.
Let's see.
That's for sure. Anyway, Joel, it's
We'll
always
know
great
more
to
by
catch
then.
up. I know. So it's always
Yeah,
great to catch up with you. Let's get some time together when we're at the show, and
absolutely. Yeah.
safe travels out to Anaheim.
Thank you. You likewise. And yeah, always great to be with you. Enjoy doing this. I'll enjoy seeing you at the show, and we'll pick it up then.
Look forward to it. Okay, take care.